Hey there and welcome back to the Fast Panda build, and this is taking somewhat longer than intended. I suddenly realised when I was putting episodes up that I've done 7 videos on this playlist. It's just because of being busy with other things, and so apologies, my building stuff's been getting a bit slow. Also a couple of projects coming up that we'd quite like to get stuck into, which is building some other things and doing some other kind of stuff which might be a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to try and get this guy done today. So there's the arms to finish. It's just the forearms, the paws or hands, and the head. So let's get this show on the road. Going to start off by dealing with the forearms and probably the hands, or it might be hands first then forearms. We shall see in a second. So I'm just going to get some green stuff mixed up, and I will be back with you in a mo. Now you can see I've attached a blob to each hand back here, and I'm just going to use the sharp end of my number 7 dental tool to cut into it to make digits. I'm going to try and give it 3 digits and a thumb because it's easier than 5 and it will normally look more right. And basically I'll cut them in a radial, so I'll cut 3 cuts along the front, so there's the front edge, or 2 cuts along the front, so it's divided into 3, and then a cut down from the top which will give me the 4th sort of thumb-like digit. We'll get that done and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. So we have our 2 paws then, and you can see the one on your right here, it's got a thumb sticking out, and if I twist it around you can see he's got his 3 claws tucked underneath, and the other one is sort of clenched into a fist. So then I'm just going to add extra stuff to the back, or extra green stuff to the back of his arms to form the comlog type panels. And on the Fast Panda there's one of these on the back of each arm. So I'll add the extra material and I'll just show you the blobs in place before I shape them. There we go, then just mount it onto his forearms. And you might be thinking he's doing it sideways, that's foolish. But no, I want them to stretch over and around, which is why the basic shaping was done underneath, so hopefully shouldn't really need to modify the rest of the hands. So I'm going to spread this out, wrap it around a bit, and then I'll form the blob in the middle, and I might drag it out forwards over the back of the hand and then cut across. And so it'll get pushed so that the leading edge is T-shaped, and that bottom T which goes down over the back of the hand will get cut off effectively, and that will become a separate part after I've formed a circular dip in the middle, which will be kind of the comlog eye, if you like. Also, if you are curious, like the paws, they were about 2mm, 1.5 to 2mm blobs, so make a 4mm blob, cut it as close to in half as possible after you've rolled it out into a sort of sausage. This is how I tend to work when cutting green stuff. Make sure when you're doing this on both 2 sides like this as well, that you're getting each blob as equally sized as possible, because it means that ultimately that will affect how easy it is to make the miniature look like it is the same on both sides. So I'm just going to do some shaping on this and I'll get back to you in a second before I cut it into T and back of palm, back of hand, back of palm. Catch you in a second. There we go, this sort of T shapes. It's not really T shapes, it's mostly just flat out and around, but there's a slight arcing out around here. And this has been repeated on both sides, so it does a full wrap around. And now I'm just going to do the cut along the back edge, so there's the sort of back of the paw cover, if you like. And I'll also do circles in it, so I'll put the holes in the middle first and expand them a little bit, just because that will cause some bulking up of green stuff, and then I'll do the cut. So I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like. So next step, I'm going to be starting off doing with the head, finishing off the head. So I've just got this, I'll put the base panel across the back of the head in first. In fact, I'm going to fill in from the back through the gap over the top. So we'll leave that Y shape where you've got the piece of the nose, and then that's a plate in itself, and then they come down over the eyebrows. So I'll get that all blocked in with green stuff I've already got made up, and show you that before I cut it and have it all smoothed out. So right now, if you look at his head, it kind of looks like there is a slug crawling over it. So at the back here it's going to get, of course, to fill in the gap, and if you can see on the top there, there's sort of a bit of a clean line emerging. That's where I'm using the hard edge from the previous bit of sculpt as the guideline for the cutting lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the tendrils of his sluggy tip over the top of his eyebrows and then make it form a neat square roughly around where that top panel of the nose is. And I'll fit all of that into there, and I'll clean up, run cuts down along those hard edges, and then I'll cut a line horizontally to form the lower part of the back plate. So I'll get that done and I'll be back in a moment. Hopefully we'll be done with this bit of build. Here we have it then. 1x Fast Panda. Complete. Did it, hooray, about time. Sorry it's taken so long. So start painting this guy as well. You might do him before the carcass or after the carcass. We shall see. But coming soon, a Fast Panda. So I hope that everything you're building has come together really well, and cool mini or not. It's from my very own mini that I made. You decide. I hope you like it, and that you're trying some perhaps more testing things yourselves, and that it's coming out really well. So thank you for watching, have a good one and take care. Bye bye.